Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name's CJ and I post typically makeup videos on this YouTube channel, which is what you're watching right now. So today I'm going to be talking about product fails. Not just product fails, products that I've gotten rid of because they're just not that exciting to me. Basically like ew or like products, you know, that are just kind of like really bad, or just they're not terrible and you can use them in certain ways, or you know, if you have a pretty, my makeup collection's not large at all comparatively to like other people who post makeup videos on YouTube. For the normal person, I have a pretty intense makeup collection that I get picked on a lot for, but it's okay, it's all right. But anyway, so I have this little bucket. Let me do my thumbnail real quick. Okay, sorry. That was really stupid. I'm so sorry. So I have my bucket of products that I'm either getting rid of or using in not the way that they were intended, just so that I'm not wasteful, but then some that are just like so terrible that I have to get rid of them because they piss me off when I look at them, and just the space that they take up in this drawer. I have a drawer for all my other stuff, and then I have a drawer for eyeshadow palettes. So also, I don't know how to fix my autofocus issue. I really don't. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try and do it as best as I can, but sometimes I'm just not that good at it. All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is the only product that I just spit. So the first product that I'm gonna talk about is the only product that I don't have physically here with me. I pulled it up online just because I couldn't remember, but it is the CALI CHIC eyeshadow palette by Beaute Creations. It's the orange one. I got it out of a BoxyCharm, and I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I really enjoyed the palette. I thought it was great. I've only used it a handful of times, but the pigmentation was really, really nice. The longevity of those pigments was really nice as well. I know one day at work I wore like a couple of the orange shades, and then my brother, when I saw him later on that evening after I'd applied the makeup at like 7 a.m, he commented on it. So palette's great. The only reason I got rid of it is because I have those shades in that palette 1,000,005 times over, and if I'm not going to use it, I might as well give it away. And those shades are especially because they're all very golden and orangey. They're very beautiful on people with blue eyes. I have like hazel green eyes, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it to my cousin who has the most beautiful blue eyes in the history of the actual world. So I gave it to her. So I'm not saying it's a bad palette, and that's what I'm saying. All of the products in this video are not bad. They're just ones that I'm kind of getting rid of, except for this one. This one's terrible. Okay, this is actually my most viewed video on my channel, was my review and like demo of this Storybook Cosmetics Fairy Tales Little Briar Rose palette. When I opened this, okay, it's still not focusing. It's focusing on that one little picture. Anyway, if the focus is going in and out, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to fix it. But anyway, so when I first opened this palette, as the other palette that I mentioned, I got this out of a BoxyCharm box. I was immediately obsessed. From the packaging, although it's bulky, I just shameless self-plug. You know, I don't think my book's being sold anymore. I still gotta talk to my publisher, but I am a published author, okay? And as someone who is like not a popular person in high school and who used books to basically live through high school, books just have a very, very special place in my heart. I just think they're beautiful, and I love books, okay? I love them. I don't get to read them like at all anymore because I'm an adult and I just don't, but I love books. And so this whole brand, Storybook Cosmetics, being based off of books and stories, they have a fucking from Mean Girls, they have a whole burn book palette. Like, their packaging, their marketing is just so freaking spot on for me. When I opened this, I was immediately obsessed. And not only just the stupid packaging, which I'm not saying it's stupid, I'm just saying it's stupid that I'm so invested in packaging because it looks like a book. But the colors, I love these colors. The purples, these little mauves, this pink, these I feel are so good on hazel eyes, which is what I have. I think if these worked, they, oh my god, this would if this palette was actually decent, like the shadows, this would probably be my favorite palette that I owned, just because of the color selection, just because of like the underlying peachy purple rich tones. Like this is just what I go towards, because it's what looks best on, just because it's what looks best with my eye color. And so these colors suck, okay? And they just do. If you haven't watched that video, I'll put it like right here, you totally can. But even that video, like this Grim shade right here, which is the color I was most excited about, because it's just a color that is so freaking up my alley. Like, oh my god, it was terrible. It was patchy, not very pigmented. These two, Briar and Spindle, I used, they weren't bad, they weren't anything to write home about, but they weren't terrible. The shimmers I didn't honestly like. And then I was playing with makeup the other day and I was like, you know, I'm gonna try just one more shade out of this palette. And so I tried Kiss, okay, this like super vibrant pink with like a gold shimmer in it, and it's just terrible. Like, it's so bad. And it's like one of the things, like you spray it, and usually when you spray like setting spray on your brush and then go into a color and then put on your eye, it makes it more intense. This just made it completely, why is this not focusing? This is really starting to smell. But this just made it like not pick up. It like made it into a super patchy, like it picked up the shadow that I had been building there for 20 freaking minutes. But this palette sucks and I'm really sad about it, and I hate being that negative. Usually I can use stuff to where it's just like, it's fine, it's whatever, but this, just no. It makes me really sad because just everything about it to me is so perfect, except the quality. The quality is garbage. So I'm throwing this away. I don't, like, I've used it a few times, but the people that I would pass this on to in my life, I respect more than giving them this. And that's so rude, but it's accurate, so it's whatever. Okay, the next eyeshadow palette that I'm gonna talk is this one by Beaute. I googled how to say the name, and literally Google said Ace Booty. I feel like that's probably not accurate, but I'm gonna keep putting it out there because one, it's fun to say, and two, that's what Google says it sounds like. Also, I'm gonna zoom in because I think the focus on this thing is like not working out. Yeah, okay. But anyway, this is the Vintage Dawn palette. Again, I got this out of a BoxyCharm. A lot of like the higher end makeup that I own did come out of a BoxyCharm, just because I'm very not even small channel. Like, I'm a channel that basically doesn't exist, right? Which is fine. Like, that I post YouTube videos because they're really fun, and it's a really, really good escape for me, who's going through a bunch of like shit right now. So that's why I post YouTube videos. I own all of this makeup sheerly out of the fact that it's fun for me, and that I really enjoy playing with makeup. And if I'm sad, I will go and do like a freaking rainbow cut crease with black on the, like, that's just how I kind of subdue myself, okay? But anyway, so a lot of the products that I am like decluttering or getting rid of are out of BoxyCharm because, wait, sorry, hold please. Whew. I don't have COVID, I swear. But alright, so a lot of the palettes that I own, I did not purchase myself. They were literally from a BoxyCharm, just because the money saving that you get out of it, just, you really can't beat it. And just some of the stuff you get is just so good. Yes, some months are more misses than they are hits, but I feel like usually what you can get out of it is just so worth the price tag. I mean, you can completely disagree with me if you want, but anyway, it's a very long intro. This palette's not good. It's, as I said, it's by Ace Beaute. It's the Vintage Dawn palette. Again, this color story is right up my alley. I love it. It's very rich, very deep. I love like deep, rich jewel tones. Just like, the only word that's coming to my mind is like colors that have a girth to them, which is just not appropriate to say online, but it's true, okay? But anyway, I will say these two colors, Daybreak and Horizon, these two, not bad, like at all. But the shimmers were just terrible, like actually terrible. And then one of the colors I was super excited about was Cactus, because I feel like greens are so hit and miss. But this color is like actually my favorite color in the world, like not even makeup wise, just like life wise. And it just wasn't good, and just the shimmers were really, really bad. I even tried using them with like a spray on the brush, and it was just like, it was just a really, really disappointing palette. I haven't decided if I might ask my brother's girlfriend if she wants this, because she's super into makeup as well. Alright, so the next palette that I'm going to talk about is the Tarteist Pro Glow Face Palette. It's by Tarte. I don't reach for this ever. Like, I like the blush shades, I'm not gonna lie. I like these two blush shades. I feel like they would work pretty decently for me. The two highlight shades I feel like are just way too dark for me. Like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this, it looks super light on camera, but that's because I have a light right here. This is just, it's too dark for me, and that's fine. Like, I mean, I'm white as hell, so like I have like an incredible amount of options when I go to Sephora on like face palettes, as opposed to people who would need shades a little bit deeper. So I'm not complaining, honestly, but I'm just saying that this is why I don't want this palette, because I have literally, I've owned this, I think, for like almost a year. I'm trying to think of when I got it. I feel like Marilyn, I love you, but my camera keeps focusing on your freaking painting instead of me, and it's annoying. Alright, I feel like these colors don't really work for my skin tone, which that's completely fine. BoxyCharm is usually pretty good about like matching products that they send you with like your actual like quiz that you immediately fill out. But I feel like this was just kind of a flop. Like, honestly, I can't really use any of these shades. Again, the blushes are fine, but if I'm getting ready like in a haste in the morning for work, I'm not going to take out this whole hunky junky palette to use one of these blushes, because I'm just not that intrigued by them. Yes, they work, I guess, would work for me. Honestly, I've never really tried them, but also just like, it's just a process, and I'm just not about it. I'd much rather just pick up like one of my little Milani blushes, or like one of the other little blushes that I own, and just use that. And this is just, I don't know, I really don't like this. I've literally probably only used this like once or twice. This I'm actually gonna try and like disinfect and donate, because I mean, this is like expensive, right? I mean, yeah, I don't want to like get rid of it. That's rude, you know what I mean? But I don't use it, and so I feel like someone else needs to use it. So there's that. Okay, so this is what inspired this whole freaking video. Okay, so I don't know who you are as a person. I don't. Hopefully you're a very nice person. I feel like if you're watching my YouTube video and you've gotten this far into one of my YouTube videos, then I think you're very nice, just because thank you for watching me. But you know what I mean, that's stupid. But anyway, so this is a glass nail file. Alright, so I preface this whole thing saying, like, I don't know what kind of person you are. I don't know if you're the kind of like millennial person that like goes on to BuzzFeed articles and it's like 10 items you didn't know you needed in your life, and you're just like, oh, I do need that, and then you get it and you're like, no, I fucking didn't. This is terrible. I am that person, unfortunately. So this is from Amazon. I'll put like the actual seller like right here. But anyway, this is just a glass nail file. The packaging is super, super nice. It comes in this like, honestly, like with like a sword type thing, which I feel is freaking badass. But it's just a little glass nail file. It's super cute, super nice. It wasn't very expensive. I think it was like 10 bucks. But this, if you want to know the sensation of dragging your fingernails down a chalkboard for like 10 plus minutes and then just sitting there with the remnants of that sensation on your fingers, you can get one of these. This is the most uncomfortable thing to use. I have never in my life cringed so hard, and I have very major social anxiety that I am medicated for. I cringe a lot, okay? But this, oh my goodness gracious, I have never cringed this much in my actual life. Like, this is just so uncomfortable. I got this because they say it's got a better like wear time, or it lasts longer than the sandpaper ones or whatever like the normal freaking ones are made of, and that it's better for your nails and all this. Someone's like, okay, that's awesome. Like, I'm trying to, I mean, I've never really been the person that like goes out and gets their nails done, but I don't know, I was just like, you know, BuzzFeed articles, man, they kind of just catch ya. And they're just like, you need this. And I was like, oh, maybe I do, but you don't. But yeah, so this sucks. I am honestly probably just gonna throw this away. I have literally had this in my drawer for months, just like waiting for like a fails video to showcase this in, just so that I can then throw it away, because looking at it pisses me off. It's just the kind of thing, when you use it, man, you just, at least for me, I get lit up in the most uncomfortable little light, and I don't like it, and it needs to go away. It needs to get the frick out of my house. I don't like it. It's terrible. So I guess maybe I'm just a cheap bitch, and maybe I just like the little stupid cardboard ones, and that, or sandpaper ones, and that's totally fine, okay? I'm from a podunk town in Louisiana. I like cheap shit, okay? But anyway, so the next product I actually have two of, okay? These are little potted concealers by Sample Beauty. These are the Erase and Boost bases. I have the shades 01 and 02. I got two shades, one because they're cheap, and then this one has like a pinkier tone to it, which I felt like would be really good underneath my eyes, like to cancel out the blueness for my dark circles. And then this 02 shade I felt would be really good for like going over blemishes. Like, I have a shit ton of makeup on right now, but I have like blemishes right here. So I got two of these. I got these off of beautybay.com, which I think that's like a UK thing. I think it's like the UK's version of like Beautylish or something. I don't know. I had a shit ton of wine that day when I ordered it, and I ordered like these two things and a couple other things. And yeah, these aren't really good. I really don't like these. I tried these out in a video. Again, I'll link it in the cards, or cards, I don't know which way it is, but they're just like, it's kind of like if you take like a petroleum jelly, like a Vaseline, and then dip like a little tiny bit of pigment on it and then put it on your face. Like, that's the best thing, I think. That's like the best way I can think of to describe it. It's just, it's too greasy and like too emollient, and when you put it on, it feels like you just need to immediately wipe it off. Like, it's just not good. And I tried building it up in that video, and then like, you know, again over time I've tried using this just to see if it'll work as like an eyeshadow base or anything else, and it just really doesn't. Like, these just aren't good. I honestly, I don't know who I can try and give these to. Maybe my sister. I don't know. These just aren't good, like, at all. Like, I was honestly very disappointed, and I've never tried this brand before, this Sample Beauty brand, but I didn't like it. But they're affordable, or I don't want to say affordable, because everyone's like affordable is different, but just, I did not like those at all. They were not great. All right, so I think oh yeah, everything else that I have in this is like incredibly affordable. It's e.l.f. and like a couple other super cheap brands. But this is the Wet n Wild eyeliner. It's the skinny tip eyeliner, Megaslim one. It has this pink packaging, super nice. And I saw this, and I've been getting really into eyeliner recently, like really into it. Just, I don't know why. I guess because, you know, like with quarantine, you know, a few months ago, like we're out of quarantine now. We shouldn't be, but we are. And so like when I was in quarantine, if I was like, it was downtime at work, I would like play with makeup or whatever, and so I'd be playing with the eyeliner because I'm not very good at it. But anyway, so I've been getting really into eyeliner, and so one of the ones I really like is this Hank and Henry. It's the Hank and Henry like stick with it eyeliner in Blickety Black. I love it so much, but it's like a pretty expensive eyeliner, and just when I run out of it, I know I'm not gonna want to pay that price. So I saw this one by Wet n Wild, and it's like super skinny, and I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be so good for me and like my tiny little eyes and like the tiny little wings that I need. And so I got it, right? And it's just not good, unfortunately. I'm gonna keep it and use it up just because I feel like it's good for like eyeliner touch-ups. Like if something transfers somewhere and you just need like a little bitty bit, like just like a little dot. But there's just something about this brush applicator, which I always go towards brush tip applicators. Like, I mean, I don't know why I'm doing this because you probably won't be able to tell anything. But the pigmentation is really great. The formula is great. Like, I'm not saying that, but just the brush is so small and it's like so firm that it's like almost impossible to do anything with it. Like, you just, like, you touch it on there and it's just like, it's weird. Like, it just is not, for a touch-up eyeliner, I think this could be great. But as like an eyeliner in of itself, I just feel like it's not good. Just because the brush sucks. And it's just so little. You know, like usually if you're wanting to do like a wing, you need something where you can like press and like pull a little bit. This just is not, it's not good. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to get rid of it. But I'm just saying. Alright, so the next thing is this concealer by Jordana. This is also from the drugstore. Also very, very inexpensive comparatively. I don't know where you are. I'm saying ooey words a lot. But monetarily, I feel like this isn't bad for like, honestly, anybody. It's like $3.99. Like, it's really not bad. But this is the Jordana Take Cover Full Coverage Concealer. I got the shade 03 Ivory. This stuff smells like paint. It smells like spackle. It smells like chemicals that you should absolutely not be putting on your face, especially your under eye area. This is something that I have tried using quite a few times. I love concealer. I love face products. I am a face oriented bitch, okay? I just love it. That's my favorite thing to like experiment with and play with, and this just sucks. There's no pigment to it at all. Like, you'll put it on and it's like, oh, maybe that'll work. And I like the applicator. It's like, when I like the little paddle. Anyway, it's got this little paddle applicator, which I actually love. These little applicators. I mean, they're as good as a doe foot. I honestly kind of like these a little bit more. But this just, it shows a good amount of pigment when you first put it down. But just when you blend it out, it goes away. Like, there's nothing left. And then you just got this really chemically paint smelling, lackluster non-coverage underneath your eyes. And you're just like, well, that's uncomfortable. I don't like that. And you just never want to use it again. And that's this concealer. This I'm probably just gonna throw away. Like, I feel really bad for just throwing it away, but I don't know. Like, I would not, like, as a person in my life who like loves the people that I would give this stuff to, I would not feel comfortable giving someone that I love a product that is this paint smelling and shittily working. So the next two things are e.l.f, or the last two things are e.l.f products. These I'm gonna keep, and I'm gonna tell you why. So these are the Stardust glitter eyeliners. I got two of them. I got pink opal and sparkling silver. I tried these out in the same video that I tried out those sample beauty concealers. As eyeliners, these are not great. I got these because, as I said, I've been super into eyeliner, and I thought maybe these could be like a dupe for the Urban Decay ones, which I've never tried the Urban Decay ones because I'm super cheap. But I just thought maybe they would be like a good substitute. But these just don't have any base pigment to them. And what I mean by that is you put it down, and okay, so this one, this pink opal, when you look at it, you think, hey, okay, so that's gonna be like a white-ish eyeliner with like a pink little shimmer to it. No, there's no white to it. It's just pink shimmer. And so there's just like no, as I said earlier, there's no girth to it. It's just like literally just like pink sparkle. Like, do you see that right there? You see that? There's like nothing there. There's just like no substance to it. It's basically just like a glittery thing. So as a topper though, which I was playing with makeup the other day, and I used this over top, just like a mahogany-esque color on my eyelid, and I put this on top as just like a glittery top coat. Beautiful. A+. Loved it. It wore so well. It lasted. It didn't transfer after I had like let it dry down. Beautiful. So if this was marketed as a top coat or just like a glittery topper, anything like that, all right, go on. But as an eyeliner, no. There's no, I mean, you would have to put at least like 6 or 7 coats of this as a liner to even make it visible to the human eye. Like, it's just, and this one's the same way. The glitter, the silver one, it's just the same thing. There's no base pigment to it. It's literally just a emollient glitter, or a liquidy glitter, basically. Beautiful as a top coat, not as a liner. And then the last thing is this brow pencil, also by e.l.f. And I'm gonna use this because it's not that bad, but I will never in my life repurchase this. And so I'm just giving you the heads up because I respect you. Cool, okay. But this is the Instant Lift Brow Pencil by e.l.f. I have the shade Neutral Brown. Shade, great, it's great. Where I have the issue is just how thick the applicator is. I feel like if you're doing brows, it's just too thick. Like, it's so hard to get a natural looking brow using this. Maybe, ooh, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I could try like using like a little angled brush and tap it and then using that. I bet you that would work really well. But it's just, the applicator's too big, and that's literally the only reason I don't like it, is because the applicator is too big, it's too thick, it doesn't work. Unless you have like huge mungo eyebrows, which that's really in right now, so kudos to you, because I wish. But and I have pretty chunky eyebrows, but anyway, it's just too big. I feel like it doesn't really work that well, so yeah. I'm gonna keep using it. I'm gonna use it up. It's not terrible enough so I'm just gonna chunk it out. I like the color. I honestly do like the formula. I really like e.l.f.'s brow products. My favorite one by them is the micro, is it like just the micro precise one? I'll put the words right here. All the words blend together, but that's one of my favorites. That and the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. Those two are my actual favorites. So, so I'm not saying it's like an e.l.f. thing. I'm just saying if you want to get this one, just go get the other one. It's better, okay? Just looking out for you. You're welcome. So that's the end of this video. I hope I maybe saved you a little bit of coin. I hate that. I sound so awkward when I say stuff like that. But anyway, maybe I saved you some money. If you like any of these products, please don't be offended. Obviously, makeup is just so subjective to who's applying it onto their face, you know what I mean? So yeah, I always feel weird, like, do you link stuff that you don't like below? Like, how does that work? You know what I mean? It's like, should I link to you what didn't work for me? I mean, I guess I should, just in case. I don't know. That's awkward. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and please subscribe. There will be a video that pops up in the end screen. Feel free to check that out. I think you'll like it. I think I'm kind of cool, but that could just be a me thing. It's very likely. If you are at all interested in this eye look, I didn't film a video or anything, but it's super easy. I just used this blue color out of the Dominic Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette, this one, and then I just used like a mustardy yellow to kind of blend it out. Use just that yellow in the crease, a white eyeliner, and that's it. Very simple. I really like how it turned out. I've been very into like these one eyeshadow modular 60s looking looks. I just like them. But anyway, yeah, I hope you liked. Black Lives Matter. Go vote, please. And I love you. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.